Hello, good evening, everybody. I'll just wait for a few of you to come on and then I'll explain what I'm doing this evening. Let me know if you're there. Say hello, where you're watching from, what you've been up to. Hope you've all had a good week and a good weekend so far. Let me know who's here. And in the meantime, I'll find my poem that I want to read for you all this evening. Hi, Scorpio. How are you? Hope you're well, my darling. Thank you for joining me this evening. I'll just wait for a few to come on and then I'll explain what I'm doing. And you will be in my photo. Hi, whoever that is, Facebook user. I don't know who you are. You need to go to StreamYard.com to allow StreamYard permission to display your name on Facebook so I can see who you are. So I'm not actually on my phone this evening. Hi, Christine. Hope you're well. Hi, Beth. I'm doing all right, thank you, Scorpio. I'm not doing too bad. Hi, Beth. How are you? Hi, Mandy. Hope you're well. I'll just wait for a few of you to come on and then I'll explain what I'm doing. From what I can see, the majority of you know who I am by now, but for those that don't, or in case you need a reminder, my name is Stace Shaw and I am a intuitive psychic reader and spiritualist medium. So I connect with spirit and I also connect on a soul-to-soul, human-to-human level. I have lots of people in spirit helping me out. I have my spirit guide, I have a dragon guide, I have my spirit animals, because I have more than one. So I trust what I get from the spirit world, and of course I have all your loved ones helping me out as well when they choose to pop in. I'm feeling a lot better, thank you, Beth. I've struggled this week with my energy, but I'm feeling a lot better, thank you. Thank you for asking. So what I'm going to do this evening before I make a start is I have my Disney colouring book by Thomas Kincaid, because I speak in all things Harry Potter and Disney for those that know me. And I've also got my astrology colouring book, which has got some beautiful pictures in. So if you would like a reading, just pop in the chat what you would like, whether it's astrology or animal, and pick a number between 1 and 47. Thank you, Christine. I hope you're feeling better as well, because I know you haven't been feeling too great, have you? Beth loves the Disney. Yeah, it brings out the child in us, doesn't it, the Disney stuff? So pick a number from 1 to 47, Beth, if you want the Disney one. And I'll just jot a few names down before we get started. Hi, Jeanette. Hope you're well. Jeanette wants astrology too. I'll write that down. Scorpio would like astrology 8. I'm just writing the names down so I don't forget. Christine, animal 7. Oh, it's astrology. So you want the astrology, Christine, yeah? Astrology 7. Hi, first time on. Hi, Facebook user. If you would like me to see your name, you need to go to StreamYard.com and allow StreamYard permission to display your name for me. Okay? I just need either Disney or astrology and a number from 1 to 47. Don't need to know your star sign because it's a colouring book that I'm reading from, okay? And I've coloured all these pictures in myself. So you've got astrology or you've got Disney, okay? Hi, Amanda. Hope you're well. Hi, Suzanne. Good evening to you. Okay. So I've got a few names down. Before I start, we all know what today is. Poppy Day. Remembrance Sunday, where we all remember those that fought in the 2 world wars and also remember those that are still fighting wars today, because as much as we like to try and avoid the obvious, there are still wars going on, isn't there? And it's a shame. Amanda Disney 29. So what I want to do this evening is just do my part and read a little poem that I wrote, because it's not just about remembering those that have made the ultimate sacrifice. It's about those that come home and are not the same after being at war. Okay, so I wrote this little poem. This is from my own published book called Reflections. It will be for sale soon. I'm just proofreading it for the moment. And this is called He. And this is my Remembrance Sunday, what's the word? Remembrance Sunday contribution, if you like. Okay, so he can stand the sounds of gunfire no more. He ended his life so he could put an end to his war. Peace may have been gained in a foreign land, but at home his battle continued. His peace never began. He assumes a battle position as fireworks light up autumn skies. He hides his child on the ground in fear as little eyes look up at him, wondering why. His mum finds him in the corner of his room, shivering and shaking in the middle of the day. She asks him what's wrong. He is too ashamed to say. The ticking of a clock makes him fly into a blinding rage, and he becomes a detonating bomb he witnessed blow his colleagues away. He hurls it across the room. His wife decides to leave because she's too scared to stay. Post-traumatic stress disorder is a battlefield located deep in his mind after a 21st century war to which he was assigned. Not cowardice or shell shock or weakness of any sort, but a condition that he should not be ashamed of anymore. So let's just put a thought out to all those that have returned, but have returned with PTSD, physical, life-changing injuries, and everything else. Okay, just send a thought out for them. Thank you. And thank you for listening. Right. So let's make a start. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Right. So, Beth, you wanted Disney? I didn't write your number down, darling. Can you just remind me of what your number was? You, Christine. Thank you, everybody. It was actually wrote with a friend in mind that came back from the tour of Afghanistan many years ago. Yeah, he inspired that poem. He worked as a medic in the Air Force. Number 16, Beth. Okay. Number 16. Disney 16. Let's have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I had a feeling this was going to come up. Okay, my darling, you have That's the original artwork, and that's my artwork. Don't know if you can see the colours properly there. It's more or less the same. There we go. All right, so you've got Alice in Wonderland, and this is the bit where she's by the river looking at her reflection, and in the reflection she's seen the rabbit. Okay, so firstly I want to say you've been dreaming and making wishes, and you kind of, I want to say you're kind of feeling and wishing that things were a little bit different. Okay, and in this self-reflection I'm seeing the bunny, and the bunny, as you know, is always anxious and worried about being late and worried about time and not having enough time and being in trouble for being late. And I want to say, this is kind of the energy I get with you. I feel like you feel like time is running out and that you haven't got enough time to fulfill your dreams anymore, and you're kind of reflecting back and kind of saying, well, I wish I'd have done this, I wish I'd have done that, would it have been different if? You need to stop doing that, my darling, okay? You need to stop doing that and live for the present moment. It's never too late to fulfill your dreams, okay? The rabbit isn't holding the watch. You've got all the time in the world still. You've got everything ahead of you. It's never too late to start a new chapter, okay? I fully believe in this life, we have several lifetimes, if that makes sense. You can reinvent yourself at any time. Alice in Wonderland, eat me, drink me. You know, she gets signs given to her all the time. And I do feel you've been asking for direction. You've been asking for these signs. You've got the little loyal cat with us. So I do know that your guardian angel has been walking with you. And you have had these kind of little nudges from the spirit world and from your guardian angel to try and push you. I what if all the time. Yeah, I get that with you. But your guardian angel is giving you gentle nudges here and there. You've just got to look out for the signs, okay? But you are more than capable of reinventing yourself, and never give up on your dreams, my darling. You're never too old to fulfill your passions in life and to fulfill your dreams. Write a bucket list. Write a bucket list in order of what you want to do and go out and do it. There's nothing stopping you. The only person stopping you is yourself. Okay, my darling? So go out, self-reflect. And I want to say this is playing on your emotions. The fact that she's playing with the water, she's dipping her finger in the water. So I want to say at some point this is quite emotional for you. It's almost like upset because you feel like you haven't achieved what you've wanted to achieve, or things haven't gone the way you sort of hoped they would. But you know what? I've learned that nothing in life goes exactly to plan, and sometimes the best things happen when they're not planned. With a quote to Harry Potter, when does anything planned ever go right? When does anything we plan go according to plan? It doesn't. And Joanne, you can ask for a reading, my darling. I've got my Disney book and my astrology book. Pick which one you want, and it's numbers 1 to 47. All right. So I hope that helps, Amanda. Okay. So get out of the dreamy mode and put these things into action. The rabbit is all about action. It's all about moving forward. So stop dreaming, stop getting emotional over it, and just do you, my darling. Okay, just do you. I hope that helps. Jeanette, you wanted astrology and number 2. Just take a drink. You've got me for 2 hours, people, so there's plenty of time. Number 2. Ah, you've got me. You've got Taurus the bull. So I don't know if you are a Taurus or there's a Taurine around you, but Taurus the bull. Now, I want to say you have a very determined, stubborn streak about you, Jeanette. And I want to say at the moment, there is something around you where you're needing to stand your ground and you're needing to stamp your feet and you're needing to be heard. And you've got the pink for the unconditional love. You've got like the pink flowers all around his head, if you can see that. So you've got the love and support there, and you're absolutely needing to stand your ground at the moment. So if you're questioning yourself about whether or not you're doing the right thing, you absolutely are doing the right thing, and things are as they should be at the moment. Now this bull is sticking his tongue out, so I do feel that this stubborn streak and this situation is almost like a battle of wills. It's not so much a disagreement. You're a Cancer, okay. Well, this is more about the characteristics of the bull then. But I'm being drawn to May as well. So May would be significant. Not so much the April, but I'm being drawn to the May. Things are stable at the moment. But I also feel that you need a little bit of grounding, because Taurus is an earth sign. And when I see it in earth sign, it normally means that there's some grounding needed, and some support needed, because obviously roots grow into the earth and help keep you stable and strong. And you are a very strong lady. I get a sense of you being a very strong lady. But I also want to say you're a very spiritual person as well. And I do feel that you're at the, I don't know if you work with spirit already or if you're just starting on your journey, but I do feel very much that there is a spiritual awakening with you. Because again, the bull is very spiritually linked. Every part of the bull is used for, you've got the fur of the long-haired bull, to make clothes and to keep warm in winter and to keep cozy. You've got the horns that are used for instruments and also used for medicine. You've got the meat. Obviously, I don't know if you're vegetarian, but you've got the meat of the animal as well that helps keep you fed, full of vitamins. So I want to say health-wise, you're all stable, you're all good. I want to say as a person, you're independent and you know exactly what you want and where you want to be, and woe betide anybody that gets in your way. All right, let me know if that makes sense. There's, again, you've got the flowers around you, you've got the strength of the green leaves. So I do feel you have a lot of love and a lot of support from spirit and from people this side of earth as well. Yeah, that's all I can say about that one, really, my darling. Just keep being you, keep being that strong, independent. Keep fighting for what you believe in, because again, I do feel that you're standing your ground and you're needing to be a little bit stubborn and a little bit determined with the situation around you at the moment. You are strong and it does. Okay, that's brilliant. But yeah, just keep doing what you're doing, my darling. Okay, so positive one for you again. And keep poking your tongue out at these people that try to knock you down. That's what I feel like this is. I feel like the bull's poking his tongue out at those that doubted you and doubted your abilities, and now you're actually showing them what you're made of, and you're actually surprising quite a few people. You're basically standing up and sticking your tongue out and saying no, 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 you thought I couldn't do it, but I've done it. No, 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 no. It's that kind of sticking your tongue out at them. All right, so definitely keep doing what you're doing. All right, my darling, I hope that helps. Scorpio, you wanted astrology number 8. Let me know if you're still there, my darling. Astrology number 8. Let's have a look. Okay, Scorpio, you have number 8. You have this beautiful lady, and she is Virgo, the Virgin. All right. So I want to take you outside to nature. She's also an earth sign. And I want to take you to the end of August, beginning of September, that would be significant. So I want to take you around the August bank holiday. That would mean something important to you, Scorpio, okay? I've just realised that I'm not actually changing the comments. See, I'm not into my readings today. Let me take that off, because otherwise people are going to think I'm reading for the same person. Okay. Facebook user, if you can go to StreamYard.com to allow permission for your name to be displayed, that would be helpful. Hi, yes, Scorpio. Okay, yes. So you've got the Virgin. And I want to take you outside to nature. I want to say you need to get out more. I feel like you've been hiding yourself away. Look at them beautiful flowers and them beautiful leaves that she's surrounded by. And she's definitely, you know, she's got the honeybees there, and honeybees represent abundance. So you've got an abundance of love, an abundance of, what can I say, necessities. And I also want to say, in terms of getting a few treats here and there, you've got the corn, you've got the what look like lilies there, you've got what look like pink daffodils, but again, you've got all the pinks, so you've got the unconditional love from spirit, okay? Now, Virgo for me is on the cusp of summer and autumn, so I want to say you need to prepare. I want to say there's some preparation needed and some planning needed, because there's some changes coming in, okay? Now, when summer comes into autumn, it's all about things not dying, what's the word? Things transitioning. So it's about things changing to make way for new. So the summer starts to die away, make place for the autumn colours, which is beautiful. And it just goes, I want to say that you've been grieving a lot. And I want to say, with this grief, you've got to understand that, well, you haven't got to understand, but just to understand that death can be a beautiful thing as well. The colours of autumn, when things are dying and making way for the bare trees in winter to make way for the new life coming in summer. It's also about reaping what you sow, planning the end of the summer season for the autumn harvest. Yeah. So whatever you've been planning and whatever you've been preparing for come autumn, it's all about reaping what you sow and bringing them plans into action. You're very hardworking, so I want to say keep up with the hard work, because you can achieve your goals. Again, it seems to be the theme of night. There's something that you wanting to do that you're doubting yourself on, or that you're doubting will be completion. So keep planning, put them plans into action, stop doubting yourself. Please stop doubting yourself, because you are more than capable of achieving your goals, okay? But it's all in the preparation. Make sure if there's any new contracts coming up, you cross the T's, dot the I's, read the small print, and make sure that you've got all the plans and preparation in place. Plant them seeds, watch them grow, and then collect the harvest at the end of autumn. All right, my darling. Again, I'm seeing the honeybees, and they're flutting around the flowers, collecting the pollen. So whatever you do now, you will reap the benefits of later on. All right, my darling, I hope that helped, and thank you for working with me. So who have we got next? Christine Marie. My darling, you wanted number 7. Okay. Number 7, my darling, Christine. Let me know if you're still there. I hope that made sense for you, Scorpio. It does help, guys, if you are doubting myself, I've lost my self-confidence. You've got no need to lose your self-confidence, Scorpio. It's all there. It's all there, my darling, okay? You've just got to be brave enough to put them plans into action and you will reap the benefits, okay? Hello, Christine, my darling. Okay, you have Leo the lion. Rawr. Now, I do know a little bit about you, but I don't know everything about you, obviously. But I do know you're a very strong, independent lady, and I do know you have courage and bravery. But I see this lion yawning, so I do feel a tired energy with you, even though he's full of oranges and full of yellows and full of browns. He's very tired, and I do feel this energy with you. I do feel that you are very tired. I also want to be drawn to July, so July will be a significant month, and I've also been given July the 21st, or the 21st of a month, but the number 21 is significant as a date. But there's definitely July, there's definitely 21. Let me know if that makes sense. Want to say to you, a lion doesn't need to roar to make his presence felt. I know that you're a very social person. I know you like going out and meeting people, but I also know that you're not one to draw attention to yourself. And I want to say that, there's nothing wrong with that at all. I do feel sometimes that you feel being a bit on the quiet side puts people off, but it absolutely doesn't. You light up a room just with your smile, Christine, because you are a lovely, lovely soul and you are so caring and you've got such a big heart. A bit tired. July, my mum's birthday, 21st, your birthday. There you go. So that's just proof that I'm on the right connection, my darling. I do know that you are a creative person. But I also know that you have a power within you for self-discovery. So what I want to say is, Christine, use this time. I feel like you've lost yourself a little bit. Now I do know you've lost your life partner. I know you miss him deeply, and I do. It's obvious when you've had a relationship like yours, just as with my grandparents. You know, you a part of you's gone, and it changes you, and I understand that completely. But I feel like you need to discover yourself all over again. Um, so take time out to do that and just realize how beautiful you are, how wonderful you are, how funny you are. Um, yeah, just go out and keep making them connections and don't isolate yourself, okay, my darling? Keep joining in with the parties, all right, and keep enjoying life. Getting back to painting and flower arranging in the new year. That's brilliant because I do know you thrive with creativity. But you don't have to wait until then. You can start now. Just get some art stuff or get some flowers and practice at home or find something creative to do at home. But yeah, don't isolate yourself. Keep going out. I know you do, sweetheart. I know you miss him. But going out with friends once a week, once a month, coffee for lunch, I know you're going away to see your sister in December as well. But yeah, keep enjoying life, my darling, and it'll keep you on an even keel, okay? And I hope that helps. And keep that creativity going because that fire's still there. All the oranges and yellows. And I want to say I'm not a doctor, I'm not diagnosing, but I want vitamin C for you as well, my darling. All right. I hope that helps you, my lovely. Amanda, you wanted Disney 29. Hello, everybody just joined. I'll explain what I'm doing again in a minute. Just so you all know, Disney 29. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 19, 19, 22, 23, 24, 25. I'll get there in a minute. 26, 27, 28, 29. Oh, right. Okay, my darling. Amanda. Amanda Smith. There you go. Was it Amanda Smith or was it a different Amanda? Was it you, Amanda Smith, that picked number 29? Yeah. Okay, so you have Tangled. There you go, my darling. That's the original artwork there, and that's my colouring of it there, look. So this is the part where she's escaped from the tower and the gentleman has taken her to see the lights, and the lights are in remembrance of her. Appropriate, it's Remembrance Day. The lights are in remembrance of her by the King and Queen of the day she got taken. So what this is saying to you, my darling, is I do feel like you've been all tangled up with things, with life. Things have got a bit overwhelming, a little bit troublesome, I want to say as well. And you've just needed someone to help you escape from the daily droll and drama. I feel like you really do need an escape from the drama. I'm feeling tired. I'm feeling trapped. I'm feeling quite anxious as well. Yeah, just really overwhelmed by everything. Let me know if that makes sense, Amanda, please. But I want to say this is a reminder for you to say that you are bright, shining light. Yeah, don't get pulled down by the daily drag of other people's drama and turmoil. You know, take a step back, escape from it all, whether that's turning your phone off, going away for a couple of days, just doing you for a couple of days at home, whatever the case may be. You just need to escape other people's drama. Okay, don't let other people's drama, and remember that you are a beacon of light for others. You are a beacon of light for yourself. Don't let anybody dim your shine. Yeah, she's seen the lights. You have the support there. If you need it, you just need to ask for it. You need to let other people know how you're feeling, and they will be your shining light for you. Okay, and those that aren't there to help you through it aren't meant to stay. All right, my darling, because I do feel that there's some people around you at the minute that you're doubting. Now, the only way you will find out who your true friends are, or who really is a friend, when you need support. It's about time you had the support back instead of you being there for everybody else. Okay, let other people be a beacon of light for you, so you can find your way out of the dark. All right, my darling. And that is the main message for you today. I also feel that there is a young man around you. If you're not already in a relationship, I do feel that this is a friendship that could possibly turn into a relationship, or it's a relationship that's been a little bit distant of late, that is going to have a closer bond if you're already in a relationship. So watch out for that coming in as well. But I do feel that this gentleman will be the person to remind you just how awesome you are. All right. So again, it's about trusting that support. He might be a bit of a troublemaker because obviously the tangled gentleman, he's a bit of a troublemaker. He's a bit of a criminal. But do you know what? It takes the love of a good woman to change a man. So maybe you're the one to do that. All right, my darling. So I hope that helps. And thank you for working with me. Okay, so I've run out of names. I do know there's some people that have put up names and numbers. So for those that have just joined, hello and welcome. And thank you for joining me. Tonight we have my Disney book that I'm reading from, my Disney colouring book by Thomas Kincaid. And I have my astrology colouring book that I'm reading from. So if you would like a number, please put down which, if you'd like reading, sorry, please put down which book and a number that you would like. So Andrea would like Astrology 15. Andrea, Astrology 15. Sandra would like 20. Okay. Okay, Ellen, number 8, Astrology. 8, Astrology. Okay, Cindy would like 4, Astrology. What book, Elaine? I know you're saying 22, but do you want Disney or astrology? Elaine, 22. Same with you, Leona. I know you're saying number 3, but do you want astrology or Disney? Leona, yeah. Sorry. I don't know why, but I was going to call you Lana then. Facebook users and your names. So either put your names in the comments or please go to StreamYard.com to allow permissions. Leona, Disney, and Elaine, whichever I'm drawn to. Okay, Leona, I will go Disney for you as well then, Elaine. And right. Okay, let's do this. Andrea, astrology. Sandra, did you want astrology or Disney? Okay, Andrea, astrology 15. Let's have a look for you, my darling. 15. Right, my darling. You've got the luckiest number on the planet. You've got number 13 of the Greek astrology, which is the Western astrology that we use now. At, my darling, is off. I can't even pronounce his name. Ophiuchus. 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 Okay, and he's a serpent bearer. He's a bearer of snakes, as you can see. Look. Right, and he is recently new and has caused some controversy. So I want to say at the minute, my darling, you're causing quite a few ruffled feathers. I don't know whether this is to do with work or in a friendship circle. Andrea even, sorry. There we go. Right, Andrea. So you're ruffling quite a few feathers at the moment, Andrea. I don't know whether this is a personal situation or a work situation, but I do feel there's some controversy surrounding you at the minute. Now, 13 for me is the lucky number. Baker's dozen, I think it's called. So the 13th or the number 13 is definitely significant and it's family. Okay. So the 13th would be, there's definitely some snakes because, like I say, he's a serpent bearer. Now, when I'm looking at these snakes, I don't know if you can see the colours, but they're brown. I've coloured one brown and pink, and the other is green and yellow. So I do want to say there is some healing needed within the family. You're saying it's family. Thank you for that confirmation. I do say there is some healing needed in the family. Because snakes are also about healing and it's about shedding old skin, shedding old habits, and shedding old fears. When a snake leaves its skin, it becomes transparent and you end up with a new shiny layer. So I want to say that once you shed old habits and old ways of thinking, things will become easy to heal, easier to discuss, and less argumentative, I want to say. Now, I do know there is a lot of communication needed because of the way his hair is. He's got like really thin dreadlocks, but I've coloured his hair in blue and grey. So there's lots of compromise needed. There's lots of communication needed. And he's got his head down and praying. So I almost feel like you've been praying for help with this situation from spirit and from your angels. Now the snake is around his neck, especially the brown and the pink one. So I do know that this family is full of love and full of unconditional love. It's just a case of pride getting in the way, okay? I feel like I need to take a breath. I feel like I need to step back, think about what is actually being said rather than what I think is being said. I hope that makes sense. Yes, you have. But the snake isn't tight around the neck, it's very loose. So it's not like you're being the situation isn't strangling anybody, it's not suffocating anybody. It's just a case of, like I said, compromising and communicating and breaking old ways of thinking. Yes, you have been asking for help. Thank you for that confirmation. The help is there. You've just got to take a deep breath and say things. Stick to the facts, be diplomatic, stick to the facts, don't raise your voice, don't lose your temper, don't get cross. It's about trying to understand, even if you don't agree, trying to understand where the other person is coming from, okay? So you can say, do you know what? I don't agree with you. This is why I don't agree with you, but I completely respect it and I completely understand why you think that or why you say that or why you do that. However, if it was me, blah, 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 blah. Do you get what I'm saying? So plan another way, sort of be creative in how you want to change people's mindset. All right, my darling. And that should help. Now, if this was in the zodiac, it would fall between November 30th and December 17th. That's the dates that would be there if it was included in the Western calendar. The fact that it's not yet included, some astrologers do count it, some astrologers don't. So again, it's the do I, don't I situation. That's got to be your choice. It's down to the individual. So it's got to be your choice as to whether you do or whether you don't. Whatever choice you make has got to be fitting for you and it's got to feel right for you. Okay. And you understand that. Thank you for that confirmation. So I hope that helps. Yeah, I hope that helps. Just get the communication going, get the healing going, stick to the facts, and remember to compromise. Okay, lots of compromise, but just make sure you're not making all the sacrifices. Okay. Yeah, there's definitely going to be a shift. There's definitely going to be a shift, but it's going to take time. All right, so patience. All right, my darling, I hope that helps, and thank you for working with me. Okay, Sandra. Yes, you can be added, Tracy. Just let me do these few first and then I'll add you to the list. Sandra 20, I didn't see. Astrology. Okay, Sandra. Astrology page 20. Let's have a look. My darling. My favourite. Well, one of my favourite astrology anyway, not my favourite animal. You have the Chinese astrology and you've got the year of the tiger. Wow, look at him, isn't he beautiful? Oranges and blues and blacks and all things fiery and passionate. But this tiger, however, He's being quite sneaky. He's being stealthy, and he looks like he's on the hunt. So what is it you are looking for, my friend? I feel like you're looking for something, or you found something, but you're having to tread very carefully and almost sneak up on to get it. I feel like you're after some sort of job promotion or job, some sort of working up a career ladder, I want to say. Or that you're wanting that's been too slow for you. Let me know if that makes sense, my darling, please. You're very welcome. Let me know if that makes sense, my darling. Now what I want to say to you is I feel confidence with you. I feel bravery with you. So whatever it is this is that you're wanting to achieve, you have got the power, not work related, that I can think of. Okay, well, is there something that you've been wanting, that you've been wishing for, that you've been chasing? Because I do feel like there is something that you've been wanting, that you've been sort of trying to get, but it hasn't been achieved yet, or you've not managed to get it because there's been a bit of a delay, or there's been a bit of it's just taking longer than what you thought. Sharing some Starting something new. Yeah, but the starting of it has been sort of, it's been really slow, or delayed, or something. There's just something about it being slow. The reason why I say that is because the target is crawling, and he looks like he's on the hunt, and he's looked like he's having to be very, very quiet to catch his prey. Stop, start. Yeah, exactly that. And that's what a tiger does when they hunt. They walk a little bit, and then they lay down in the grass, and then they wait, they stop, and then when they're ready, they start again, and then if they think they've been spotted, they stop again. So yeah, it is very much that stop start feeling. So thank you for that confirmation. Now what I want to say is this: starting something new is a transformation, and I do feel that it's pushing you out of your comfort zone a little bit, because as we all know, caterpillars, they hide in the dark for a little while, and then when they come out into the light, they're these beautiful transformed butterflies. But I want to say again, you've got the power in your wings to fly, my darling. Okay, you've got the confidence, you've got the power, you've just got to be able to see it in your voice. But you've got this quiet energy. It's not impossible. No matter what obstacles are thrown at you, you always manage to overcome them. And I feel like this is a reminder for you that you need to remember the obstacles that you've already overcome, and the bravery and the courage that it's taken to overcome them. Obstacles that you've already beaten. You've done it again and again and again, and you can carry on doing it. I know you kind of shouldn't, and I do feel mentally it's taken its toll, because the stripes on the tiger are actually blue and brown, and the dark blue for me is all about mental. It's all about the darkest blue for me is about things taking its mental toll. So it's like it's been quite stressful, it's been hard work, it's been to the point where you just, why do I have to do it again? Why do I have to keep fighting for everything? You have been doubting this week. Yeah, I get that. And I'm feeling a headache with it as well. So I do feel that there's a lot of headache with this. So again, I want to say to you, you have got the power, you have got the energy. The orange in this card for me represents the energy. You've got the pink, you've got the unconditional love from spirit around you. And I know that you felt spirit around you, because as I'm touching the page, my hands are feeling cold. So when you feel that temperature drop, especially at night, and I want to take you to your bedroom, 2:03. I'm seeing the time on a digital clock, 02:03. I don't know if you have a digital clock in your room, but that's what I'm seeing. And the numbers are in, like, it's not like a digital green, it's more like a digital yellow. Let me know if that makes sense. But I'm seeing 0203. So I do feel around this time is when you kind of, if you're not awake, you kind of feel the temperature drop. I know it's cold outside, but you literally feel the temperature drop around your, excuse me, around your bed when you sleep. And I do feel this makes you yawn, as you can see, because they've just made me yawn. Again, let me know if that makes sense. You wake all the time. It's specifically around the 2:03, so 3 minutes past 2 in the morning. I'll just wait for you to come back on confirmation for that. I don't know if this is with you or if this is your communicator from spirit. I don't know who it is. I don't even know if they're with me, but I'm getting a little bit of trapped wind in my chest, and I'm feeling quite tired. 3:20 is my time. Oh, okay. Well, that's my mistake. I saw it as 2:03. You said 3:20, so I probably read it wrong then. But if you can understand it as that, then that's fine. You take that as that. But just let me know if 2:03 makes sense as well. So 3 minutes past 2. But yeah, that's when I kind of feel the temperature drop. I go really, really cold, and I'm having to pull the duvet up over my neck, over my shoulders to try and shut out the cold. I do feel it's a lady that's visiting you, and I do feel this lady. Woo, lady would have been constantly tired in the later years of her life. And I do feel she would have had a problem with the throat. I don't know if you can hear it, but she's actually changing my voice. So this lady would have had like a really deep voice, but she would have it almost talking like she had something stuck in her throat constantly. Now, I don't feel it was like a tracheotomy or anything like that, but I literally do feel like I've got a lump in the bottom of my throat that's preventing me from sort of swallowing properly. Would that make sense with this lady, please? That makes sense. Okay. Let me know if that makes sense with this lady. Okay, you can take it off now, please. Who are you? I'm just trying to find out who she is for you, my sweetheart. Would you understand mum in spirit, and would you understand mum having problems with high blood pressure and also a problem with diabetes? Because I'm feeling quite hot, quite clammy, quite sweaty, and I'm feeling very, very dizzy. And that for me is blood pressure and diabetes related. Maybe lungish. No, it's definitely throat. If you can't take the throat issue, then this lady would have had problems communicating. She would have had problems talking and swallowing towards the end. Mum in spirit, but not blood pressure. Okay. Would you understand yourself having blood pressure issues then? Because I'm feeling quite hot and quite sweaty, so I do feel that the blood pressure may have been a bit too high. Not consistently, just it's a condition that either she or you would have had at some point. She was a liquids only. This is why I'm getting the problems with swallowing. Yeah, that would make sense for me then. Thank you for that confirmation. I didn't want to make it sound like I was guessing, but she wouldn't take it off me. So she really wanted to make me aware that there was an issue with the throat. So the swallowing would make sense. And the fact that she would liquid only. And this would have drained her energy as well, because I'm feeling, like I say, she's making me yawn all the time. Okay, sweetheart, take it off now. And thank you for confirming it was more as well, because I did feel it was a motherly vibration because she's coming in really, really close. So you would have felt this energy, you would have felt mum's energy around you at this time of night. And she lets you know she's there because the temperature drops. So mum is with you, darling, okay? And mum is helping you with this situation. I'm being drawn to the year 1986. So I don't know if that's your birth year or if that's the year of importance, but 1986 is the one of the years of the tiger, and that's the year that she's drawing me to. So again, let me know if that makes sense. I feel energy, but wasn't sure if it was her or partner. At that time of night, my darling, early hours of the morning. If you feel the temperature drop, it's your mum coming in. All right, it's your mum just coming in and watching over you and letting you know that she's there. She hears you. She's saying, she hears you. Talk to me. She's saying. She's saying you can't hear her, but you can feel her. But she can hear you. All right. Taken, take 1986, but we'll think of it. Okay, my darling. All right. Well, it's just to let you know that this, ladies, you can't take 1986. Okay. Yeah, just bear it in mind. It could be a wedding anniversary, it could be a birth, it could be something significant, engagement maybe, day she found out she was pregnant, I don't know. It could be anything that she's drawing your attention to it for. Maybe something significant to do with you or your school or whatever. But yeah, take this lady's love with you, my darling, okay? Yeah, you take it off, please, sweetheart. Thank you. Oh, she's making me quite hot, bless her. She's a lovely, lovely lady, don't get me wrong, but obviously I've got other people I need to feed for, so I'm asking her, sending her back up to the angels, as Bill Hughes would say. And thank you for working with me, my darling, okay? But yeah, just know that she's helping you with this situation. She is around you. And just believe in yourself. You have got the power. You have got the confidence to achieve whatever it is you want to achieve. Okay, my darling? Keep jumping over them obstacles. Okay. Who's next? Ellen, number 8, astrology. If I remember rightly, that's Leo the Lion again. No, it's not. It's Virgo. Okay, Ellen. Ellen, number 8. Let me know if you're still there, please. There we go. You have number 8, my darling, and you have Virgo, the Virgin. I'm not saying you're a virgin. You might be, you might not be. I don't know. None of my business. But yeah, I've got a funny feeling that's some sort of joke that they wanted me to make. No idea why. Maybe you fly a lot with Virgin Airlines. Could be in relation to that. All right, my darling. So let's see, what can I read into this for you? Again, Virgo is all about nature, as you can see. She's surrounded by nature. And as with the other person, the basic meaning of this is about transitioning. It's about preparing and planning for the future. Now, she's a lady of nature. So again, I want to put you out with nature. I want to be reaping the benefits of all my hard work. And I want to say the first half of the year you have been hardworking and you've had a lot to deal with and a lot to overcome, not just on a professional level or a work level, but also on a personal level. I want to say you've had to overcome a lot and you've had to work hard on yourself to heal yourself from old wounds, shall we say. But this is about preparing yourself for the future and planning ahead. I feel like you're very much a lady that wants to settle down, that is happiest when she's with family, and that is happiest when she feels secure. But again, you've got the honey bees there collecting the nectar. So whatever you're doing now, whatever you're achieving now, it's going to be beneficial to you later on. There's definitely good changes coming in. And you definitely reap what you sow. All right. So whatever you're planning now, make sure you wish. You wish what, my darling? What is it that you wish for? Because you don't have to wish. You don't have to wish. There are definitely changes coming in for you, my darling. Virgo is between seasons. It's the end of summer and it makes way for the beginning of autumn. Okay? So there are definitely, you wish to have a happy heart. Oh, darling, you know what? You can have a happy heart. You have to, this is where the transformation comes in and preparing and planning comes in. If you want a happy heart, my darling, you just have to find what makes you happy. You can't rely on other people or situations to make you happy. You have to be happy with yourself. And that starts with change. That starts with self-change and self-healing and self-belief. Okay? So believe in yourself and do what makes you happy. Don't try and please everybody else, because I do feel you're very much a people pleaser to some extent, but you've got to stand strong and stand firm and just speak your mind. You don't like being alone. You're not alone. You're not alone. You've got the world of spirit with you. You've got people around you with you. The thing is, if you can't be happy in your own company, how are you going to be happy with anybody else? And that's not coming from psychic or spirit, that's coming from my own personal advice. Until you're happy with yourself, my sweetheart, you can't be happy with anybody else. And until you're, yeah, and you can't, you just, yeah, you just need to self-belief. I know it's easier said than done. Believe me, I know. I've been working on it for the last, I don't know how many years. And I've slowly come to realise that the only person that can make you happy is yourself. Yeah? So do what makes you happy. Find something that makes you happy. Be happy in your own company. And I've just got that song for you. I don't wear makeup on Thursdays, because who I am is enough. Yeah? Listen to that song and follow it. All right? And I hope that helps. I hope that helps, my darling. Because you do need a change. You need to break old habits. And maybe that's where the Virgin comes in, because you're not used to being alone. All right? You do for everyone, yet it's not reciprocated. This is where change needs to happen. Only you still need help. Yeah, I believe that you do. But it's about getting the right people to give you the right help. Yeah? If you've got people around you that aren't reciprocating the help, friends for a reason, friends for a season is all I'm saying. All right? Those that support you and stand by you and help you are the ones you need to keep around. But again, only you can change that. You decide who comes in and out of your life. You decide who stays and who goes, without the risk of sounding like Big Brother. You decide. Yeah? So make them changes. Learn about what makes you happy for yourself and take it from there. We become our own prisoner. We do, Cindy. Absolutely right, we do. I've done it myself. If you rely too much on other people, or you try and get other people to do what they think what you think they should do, it doesn't work. They've got to be able to do it naturally, and if they can't do that, then you've got to ask yourself, are they really friends in the first place? All right, my darling, I hope that helps, and thank you for working with me. Who's next? Cindy. Cindy. Just when I think I'm going to be happy, it all falls apart. Well, maybe that's your starting point, Ellen. Maybe you've got to look at why does it fall apart? Is it because maybe that you're too reliant on people to make you happy? Is it because you're not happy with yourself and therefore you don't know how to make, you don't know what makes you happy? If you don't know what makes you happy, how do other people know what makes you happy? And the thing about love and relationships is if you don't teach someone how to love you, if you don't know how to love yourself, how can you teach somebody else how to love you? You know, it's you don't just get into a relationship and expect people to know what to expect or what you want from them or what you need from them. It's a learning progress. Okay, it's a learning progress. That's a very good point, Cindy. Could fall apart so things can fall into place. Exactly that. It's like a jigsaw puzzle. You've got to find the right pieces to join together to make the whole picture. Yeah. So maybe that's your starting point, Ellen. Okay, Cindy. Cindy wanted number 4 in astrology. Number 4. Okay. Oh, Taurus the bull again. Thought we'd had this one. Oh. You got Taurus the bull, my darling. Okay. Cindy, noble and steadfast, stable and dependable, which is what you are. Point proven in the chat. I hope they finally fall right. I'm sure things will get better, Ellen, but it all starts with you. So Cindy, enough said, really. Stubborn, determined, strong, independent. But I want to say for you is a little bit too independent for your own good and a little bit too stubborn sometimes. You're not a person to ask for help, my darling, and you need to be able to let that bit go, okay? So I want to say too, again, I know you're sticking your tongue out as Mrs. saying, no, not going to do that. You don't like feeling vulnerable. You don't like other people showing your vulnerabilities. Excuse my hair. I don't know what it's doing today. I don't know why I just did that. Yes, ma'am. Yes. You tend to struggle just as pride. That's exactly what it is, my lovely. It's pride. But I do feel you need some support around you at the minute, and you're very reluctant to take that support. And I say that because you've got all the pink around there. And for you, I'm picking up the fact that this is all the friends around you and all the people offering the support, but they're way above your head. And they're way above your head because you keep pushing them away, my darling, and you need to stop doing that. All right, stop sticking your tongue out, stop pushing them away, stop acting like everything's okay when it's not. All right, and this is me telling you off. Telling you off. You need to accept the help. Yeah, it's not a sign of weakness. Even if it's just coming around watching a film, eating popcorn and crying in front of breakfast at Tiffany's, or having a girl's takeout with pizza and wine and blubbering at Lion King. Yes, you do. You need to stop. Are you though? I want you to make me a guarantee that maybe not this weekend because it might be a bit short notice, but next weekend you will arrange for you and the girls to have a night in, wine and takeout night with a soppy film, and you'll just put all the world to rights and have a good giggle and a pillow fight. Because I feel that is what you need. You need a good girls' night in. And I'm taken to the scene in Greece, you know, where they have the pajama sleepover, where the yeah. Oh, there you go tonight. There you go. If it's not too short notice, get it done, mate. Get it done because I do feel you need that. But again, with you, I feel that you are also questioning your spiritual side. I feel like you've been seeing things, but you're questioning whether or not you're seeing things. Yes, my darling, I do feel that you are a seer and you are not losing your mind. You are not going crackers. You're always, oh, bless you. I try to be. It's, hey, it's not come from me. This is what I'm picking up from your soul energy. So this is your higher self and your soul energy I'm connecting to. So your higher self is telling me this is what she needs and this is what you need. No, you're not going crazy, my darling. You are definitely a seer, all right? So if you're not already in a circle, I suggest you find one, either online or a physical one, whatever suits you best or whatever you can find. Just make sure it's a reputable one, okay? Don't try and do it on your own. I'm sure Veronica's got maybe some circles that she can recommend. I don't teach because I'm not a teacher, but uh, yeah, I'm sure you will find one that suits you somewhere out there. But you are definitely seeing, you have seen spirit. And I want to say, don't be scared, don't be afraid, because as long as you've put the intention out that only love and light is allowed in your house, that's all that will enter your house, okay? And ask your guides and that for protection as well, just to keep out anything negative. All right, my darling. So yeah, get on with that girls' night out. Stop being stubborn and ask for the support. Accept the support. Yeah, you don't always have to push people away. It could only be I'm seeing maybe 3 or 4 people, so that you can really trust, that you can really open up to, that you can trust with your vulnerabilities. All right. So I hope that helps. And enjoy your girls' night out and let me know how it goes. And I want to see pictures on Facebook. I want to see pictures on Facebook of you having a good time. All right. But if you need a good chat and a good cry, have a good chat and a good cry. Because the people that you invite round, they'll be all there with you, supporting you. All right. You can't expect people to help you. You know what the problem is if you keep it all to yourself. All right. Girls not in. Exactly. I hope that helps you, my darling. Okay, let's have a look. Who's next? Elaine, 22, Disney. Are you still here, Elaine, my lovely? 22. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 15, 18. Oh, hang on. What did I get up to? 15, 16. Oh, I've lost it now. I lost it years ago, but that's beside the point. Let's try again, shall we? 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, this isn't happening today, is it? I'll get there in a minute, Elaine, I promise. Oh, there you are. Right, I'm going to try one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Oh, there we go. All right. Well, you picked number 22, Elaine, so that's what I've gone for. 22 Disney. You've got Beauty and the Beast. Look at that. That's the original colouring by Thomas Kincaid. And that's my interpretation. Look at that. Beautiful. Love is in the air. Everywhere I look around. That's what I'm singing for you, my darling. So I do feel there's lots and lots of love in the air for you, my darling. Whether you're with somebody or not, I don't know. I'm going to say that you are actually in a relationship, and I do feel that this relationship is a very close one. There's very close bonds, but I do feel there's been a lot of bumps in the roads that you've had to overcome. Let me know if that makes sense for you, my darling. I do feel despite people's other people's reservations, you've made it work. You've absolutely made it work. And I don't know if you're married, and I hope I'm not spoiling anything here, but I do feel there's some sort of proposal or engagement or marriage invitation, but there's definitely wedding type vibes going on. Okay. And if you are married, maybe your partner is amazing, look after me in the last week. Yeah, I do feel that there is definitely a new closeness, a new bond, a new sense of appreciation. So thank you for that confirmation. Again, I don't know if you're married or not, but I do feel wedding vibes coming on. So I hope I haven't spoiled anything. Let me know if that happens, if it hasn't already. I'm being drawn to the little stool as well, which is the little doggy in the film. So I don't know if you have animals or if you're planning on getting a dog, but there's a little dog that's if not, it's symbolic of loyalty and love and empathy, because dogs are very loyal, they're very empathic, and they pick up. You've been engaged for a year. Definitely wedding vibes coming on. Definitely wedding vibes. It's just the way she's sat on the wall and he's holding her hand and looking into her eyes. You have 2 dogs. Okay, that'll be why I'm being drawn to the little stool then. But yeah, there's definitely the little dog there, and I feel like yeah, I do feel like this little dog is like your little fur baby. Like it's more of a child than a dog, if that makes sense. And I want to go to Pinocchio. Oh, I wish I was a real boy. If one of these dogs had was a human being, he'd have a real personality. He's got such a personality that he would be, I know, because mine's the same. I want to say there's been a lot of compromise needed. There's been excellent communication, because I'm looking at the blue on the beast jacket. So I do feel that your partner is excellent at communicating, and he's got no shame in showing how he feels towards you. He absolutely doesn't just love you. I want to say he adores you. So if you've ever had any doubt about his loyalty or about his love for you or anything like that, now's the time to wipe that slate clean. They think they are human. They really do. I know, like I say, I've got one the same. I do feel that you've both healed from scars, and you've both helped each other heal from past hurts and past scars, not necessarily caused by each other, but caused by previous relationships. And you've took a lot of time and a lot of work, and I really do feel that you are soulmates. And the yellow for warmth and upliftment. I'm being drawn to the gold in Belle's dress. Now I know it's yellow, but I'm seeing it as gold, and that for me is an abundance and richness. I'm seeing the dark brown of her hair and the light brown of the beast's body. I'm feeling so much in love. I'm feeling so much love for the both of you. It's absolutely amazing, and people are envious of your relationship, I want to say. I want to say there's a grandmother in spirit watching over you both, because I'm being drawn to Mrs. Teapot as well. And Mrs. Teapot, for me, I know she's a mum of Chip, the little cop, but for me, Mrs. Teapot when I first watched Beauty and the Beast, she reminded me of the way my grandma used to talk, and the love and the compassion that my grandma had. So I do feel there's a grandma in spirit watching over you, and she's saying, "Please set me a spot. Please set me a place at the wedding table." She's saying she wants to be there when you get married. Okay, again, she's bringing me back to the marriage. So there is going to be a marriage. Both have had the relationship somehow. This one is amazing for the last 3 years. Well, there you go. I'm feeling it. It's absolutely beautiful, and you've got the support of your grandmother from spirit as well. And I want to say this is grandma on mum's side. And as I look at her, I know this is going to sound very generic, but this lady would have had glasses that kept slipping off her nose, and she would keep putting them back up. I'm also seeing the permed hair, the kind that was put in by rollers. I'm not seeing her with the rollers in, but she would have curled it up, and it would have been just past her earlobes when it was properly done. She would have kept it very neat, not a hair out of place. And I'm smelling, oh, what is that smell? Elnet hairspray. Elnet hairspray. She would have sprayed it so it all stayed in place. And she would have had one of those, like in the rain, if she had to go out, she would have had one of them old-fashioned plastic hair hoods that you tied under the chin. Let me know if that makes sense. Gold can, yeah, that's exactly it. That's what she showed me. It was a gold can, and it had Elnet written in black around the top of the can. Sounds like your nana. Thank you for that confirmation. But yeah, I feel like she's a lovely, sweet old lady, bless her. Although she didn't like, she didn't like me calling her a sweet old lady because she never felt old, she says. Always went out in headscarf. That's it. Yeah, it was one of them. Yeah, bless her heart. She had a wicked sense of humour, this lady, as well. She would always make a joke. She would always find, even on a rainy day, she would always find something to laugh about, bless her heart. She's showing me some sweets and I'm trying to work out what they are. She would have kept like sweets in a handbag, and they wouldn't be they would have been wrapped up like blackjacks, but they weren't blackjacks. What are they? Oh, they're the white. I don't know if you remember this, Elaine, but they look like the white spearmint chewy sweets. There was in a white wrapper, and I think it had a bit of pale green on it or something with red writing on, and they were like spearmint chews. Let me know if that makes sense, Elaine, as well. Thank you for that confirmation. Always laughing. Now, I nearly said the word congregation then, so I do know that this nan would have had connections with church or connection with the faith. Humbugs. No, they weren't humbugs she was showing me. They were spearmint. I'm pretty sure they were, because I know what humbugs look like because my gran used to like humbugs. It was the white spearmint chews. But anyway, um, maybe it's just her way of saying that she had sweets in the bag. So if you can understand them as humbugs, please take that, no problem. That'll be just her way of. I don't know why she wouldn't have shown me humbugs though, because I know what they look like. Yeah, they were definitely chewy sweets. But if you can take them as humbugs, my darling. Oh, sorry, Tracy. It's you that said humbugs, not Elaine. Yeah, they were the spearmint chewy ones, white and green square sweets. Yes. Yes. So you can take them, Elaine. Thank you for that confirmation. Yeah, I know. I didn't think I was wrong. This lady would have also suffered. Now I don't know if this is something she would have passed in, but she's putting a pain right on my temple. So that for me, yeah, she's making my face go numb. So you would understand Nana having a stroke or a stroke-like condition that took her over. She doesn't want to dwell too much on it, and she's just taking it off me. So Yeah. So you would understand Nana having a stroke-like condition that took her over. If it wasn't a stroke, it was something similar to it. Because she put the pain in my head and she made my whole that side of my face go numb. Oh, bless her heart. I'm sorry to hear that, my darling. But one of the strokes took her over, yes? Yes, I can see your name, Sarah. Thank you. She passed after the last one. Thank you for that confirmation. And I'm sorry to hear that she passed like that. It's not a very nice way. Okay. She's just come in to let you know and to give you that sense of upliftment, and she really wanted to have that laugh with you. She's saying, "Keep smiling, my sweetheart. Keep smiling." Um, she's calling you her little nurse. I don't know what you do for a job, or if you wanted to be a nurse, or if this is a child memory link of you playing nurse when you was younger. But she's calling you her little nurse. I was through when she died. Oh, bless your heart. Bless your heart. I'm sorry to hear that, sweetheart. Well, she's calling you her little nurse. Again, she's just wanting to let you know that she's around you. She wants you to set a place at the wedding table for her. Um, and she's just blown you kisses. They were called spearmint chewies. Thank you, Sandra. That's the ones. We lived with her and she was always in bed. I loved looking after her. That'll be why she's calling you her little nurse. Bless her heart. She's a lovely lady. She's a really lovely lady. So what I'm going to do, Elaine, I'm going to leave that love with you. I'm going to leave your Nana's love with you. She's blown you lots of kisses. Just know that she's around you. Save a place at the wedding. It is going to happen. Again, you got the Virgo, so it's all about planning and preparation. So if you're going to do it, now's the time to do it because you've got all the love and support from spirit and from people here. Okay, my darling. So if there was ever any doubt, scrap them. Scrap the doubts because it's meant to be. All right, my darling. I hope that helps. And thank you for working with me and let me know when the wedding date is. All right. And thank you for working with me. A lovely lady. Okay, Leona, number 3, Disney. Let me know if you're still here, Leona, please. What did I say it was? Number 3. Number 3. 1, 2. Ah, another love one. Leona, love is in the air. Again. I always ran in her room, got in her bed and used to pop the bubble wrap on her bed. Yeah, I think we all did that as kids. I used to love popping bubble wrap. Bless your heart. Your nana was lovely. Okay, let me know if you're still here, Leona. Just waiting for Leona to respond. Thank you, everyone, again for joining me. It's lovely to spend the evening with you. I love working with spirit. Making me quite hot, though, now. Woo! Quite possibly, Elaine. I've got no idea. I'd have to Google it. I've never heard of bubble wrap being used, but it was a different generation then, wasn't it? You're very welcome. Okay, while we're waiting for Leona. Sarah, we've got Disney or we've got astrology, and it's page numbers 1 to 47. Oh, year I was born, Elaine. Yeah, so it was a different generation. Leona's not here, so Suzanne, number 6. Let's go to Suzanne, please. Number 6. While I wait for Leona to respond. Oh, yeah, I wasn't even counting then. I don't know where my mind went then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ah, do you know what? I had a feeling this was going to come up today. Don't know why. Suzanne, number 6. You're very welcome, Elaine. I'm glad it resonated for you. Okay, Suzanne. The circle of life. There you go. You've got the Lion King and you've got the circle of life. And this is where, now let me get this right. Yeah, this is where Simba and Nala present their baby at the end of the first film, I think it is. So what I want to say to you, my darling, is you've been going around in a bit of a circle, or things have come full circles, I should say. You started at the bottom. I'm looking at the animals all at the bottom, including Scar and all the hyenas and the monkeys and the giraffes and the elephants, and the way they're all looking up at I can't remember what the monkey's called now, but they're looking up at the monkey that holds the next generation up into the air, with Zazu and Pumbaa and Timon, and yeah. Well, what I want to say to you is that things have come full circle for you. All right. So I do feel that you started at the bottom. Oh, sorry about that. I do feel that you started at the bottom, and as I'm looking at the bottom there, you'll see it better in the original picture. You've got like it almost looks like a cloud. Oh my god. It almost looks like a cloud scene around there, but they're not, they're trees. But it almost looks like a cloudy sky. So I do feel like you've had a lot of mountains. Rafiki, that's it. Thank you, Facebook user. Um, it almost feels like you've had mountains to climb and you've had to walk through the storm clouds and almost kind of deal with that all on your own to get to the top. But I want to say things have come full circle now. You've had a lot of healing because there's lots of purple in this, lots of browns. You've had to reground yourself. And there's a lot of glitter in my interpretation of the picture as well. So I want to say that even though you've had all these obstacles to climb, and things to overcome, you've come out stronger and shining brighter and better than ever before. So again, it seems to be the theme of that. I want to say to you, believe in yourself because you've come so far from where you are and achieved so much when it could have gone the other way. You could have just given up, laid flat and gone, do you know what, I can't do this no more. But you didn't. You stood up and you carried on, and with the help of friends, I want to say 2 or 3 friends because I'm being drawn to Timon and Pumbaa and the way they're standing behind Simba, the way he's holding on to Nala's hand as Rafiki's holding up his child. It's just you've had to dig deep, but you've got there. You've got there. Um, I'm not sure, Bria, why it won't work for you, but if you keep putting your name in the comments so I know who you are, that's fine as well, my darling. Um, well, Suzanne, you're very deeply spiritually connected as well. It's not just about being connected on the physical. I feel like um because I'm seeing the white light of the sky as Rafiki's holding the cup up, and that for me is the light of spirit shining down, and the support of spirit as well. So I do feel that you are very deeply spiritually connected as well. Wanted to give up after the loss of my husband. Oh, bless your heart. But you didn't. You kept going, and that's exactly what he would have wanted you to do, my darling. I know people say that all the time, but it takes a lot to accept grief and to go through the stages of grief and um acknowledge the grief stages. You're not just grieving for the loss of the person, it's everything else as well on top of that. So yeah, big thumbs up from spirit. um I feel like it's almost been, you are a different, there's been changes, and things have come full circle for you, and things have improved for the better. There's been lots of healing. um there's been lots of tears, but there's also been lots of support as well. um so keep doing what you're doing, my darling, okay? But I also want to say, be gentle with yourself. Yeah, I do feel this guilt because I'm being drawn to Simba, and in the film, Simba, he blames himself for his father's death, not helped by Scar, granted, but I'm not saying anybody has blamed you or is blaming you, because that's far from the truth. But what I'm saying is, Simba had a lot of guilt for his father's death, and I do feel that this is you. I do feel like you're questioning whether or not could you have done more. If you'd have done this, would it have helped? If you'd have done that, would have helped. And I want to say, when it's our time, darling, it's our time. And again, I know it's a cliche, but they're saying there's nothing you could have done. All right. So don't feel guilty, and don't feel guilty for looking at him. I wouldn't say remembering him with a smile. Yeah. He wants you to remember him with a smile. And I know that's easier said than done. I felt and still feel a lot of guilt. Don't, my darling, okay? You've got nothing to feel guilty about. Absolutely nothing to feel guilty about. I don't know if you're getting any professional help. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a counsellor, I'm certainly not a grief counsellor. Um, but if you need help making sense of this, I suggest you contact your GP and maybe ask for some grief counselling, or search up a grief counsellor of some sort, and see if you can get some help with that. But honestly, you've got nothing to feel guilty about. Like I say, it's a circle of life. All right. And that's what he needs you to know. He needs you to know it's a circle of life. I don't know if this is with him or with you, but I've got problems with my leg because he's making me rub my leg. Um, Now I'm saying him, I do feel I've got a gentleman with me. I'm not saying this is your husband. I don't know who it is I've got with me, but for the last 5 minutes, he's making me rub the top of my leg, and the top of my leg from my thigh down to my knee is numb. Let me know if you can understand this, my darling. Now, as I'm looking at this gentleman, he's showing me he's got. Trying to give him a description so you know who I'm talking to. I'm seeing him with black hair, so I don't know if this is a photo image of his younger days. I don't see spirit in full form like humans. I get photo images. You have a problem with numbness in my leg. Right, okay, thank you for that confirmation, because he's making me rub my leg, and it's my left leg. And I do feel numb from the top of my hip right down to my knee joint. um So thank you for that confirmation. But yeah, as I'm seeing this gentleman in a photo image, I'm seeing him as He's got dark brown, almost jet black hair, I want to say, and it's quite thick, especially around the ears. And I'm seeing him with a little sideburn on each ear. Let me know if this makes sense with this gentleman. Um, he is drawing attention to my wedding ring finger, so I do feel this might be your husband. Um, Again, I'm just describing him so you can say whether or not it is your husband I'm describing, because obviously I don't make, well, not obviously, some people do make it up, but I don't. Yes, he had dark brown hair, yeah. I do feel like it would be properly styled. I want to go almost like, not quite like a teddy boy slick hairdo, but something similar to that. It's not quite straight, but it's not a deep wave either, if that makes sense. I also want to give him a square jawline. It's almost like it'd go down and then it'd go like into a square, and there'd be like a little square, but it didn't have a pointed chin. It'd be like a straight line and then back kind of jawline. I feel in this image he would have been clean shaven, but I also feel at some point he would have grown a beard, or he would have had a beard, or there's something to do with a goatee at the end of his chin. He had very curly hair. Okay, why am I seeing a photo of him slicked back? It's almost like, the reason why I said brown almost black is because it almost looked like a black, because it doesn't look straight, but it doesn't look too wavy to me either. So I feel like it was almost a way of him trying to tame his curls. He had masculine features. Yeah, I'm getting that with him. Would you understand where at one point he would have been clean shaven, but at one point he would have also had a beard? Because he's drawing my attention to both. And I've got a funny feeling that the beard would have made him very itchy around the face. That's why he preferred clean shaven. Or when he got stubble, the stubble would annoy him a little bit. Let me know if that makes sense, my darling. Oh, what's that I'm smelling? I'm smelling some sort of, I'm smelling some sort of cologne as well. Oh, it's making my nose go all snotty. Sorry for the description, but it's a very strong smelling cologne. I don't know much about men's cologne, I've got to be honest. It's like a very subtle wooden, oaky type smell. He had a small goatee beard and he always shaved it as it annoyed him. Thank you for that confirmation. Yeah, I got that impression because it kept making me, it's almost like I've got a little rash just under my chin here that used to annoy me. And I want to shave. He's making me feel like I want to shave. But I'm also smelling this cologne, and it's almost like a very subtle, woody smell with this cologne. It's not the traditional Old Spice or Brute. It's something else. It's something I haven't smelt before. So I hope you can understand that. It's not strong. It's very subtle. It could be a musk. Yes. It's like a smoky, woody. I mean, I know what women's musk smells like, so I'm not going to make it fit. Like I say, it's something I've never smelt, but if you can understand it as musk, it's almost like a smoky, subtle, woody smell. So if you can understand that as musk, then please take it with my love. And you smelt this smell around him as well, around him. You smelt this smell around you when he's come to visit, because he has been for visitation, and you've doubted whether or not and he's saying you still got some. So you probably smell it anyway because you still got some. But bye, Cindy. Thank you for joining. He always suited that. Yeah, it does. It's not an unpleasant smell. It just made my nose tickle. Just made my nose tickle. But that's just his way of saying he's around you, and he's acknowledging the numbness in your leg. He's mentioning something about an appointment. Either you need an appointment or you need to keep to an appointment, but he's mentioning something about an appointment. So I don't know if you've seen anybody about this leg. Again, I'm not a doctor, I'm not diagnosing, but if you haven't already made an appointment, he's saying you need to go and have this appointment and find out what's causing this numbness in your leg. And he's mentioning sciatica. Again, I'm not a doctor, I'm not the issue with you or an issue with him. Maybe it's a clue to what it is. I don't know anything about sciatica apart from the fact I know it affects the back. I'm pretty sure it goes down to the nerve endings in the legs as well. But again, I'm not a doctor. I don't know. I'm not diagnosing. So if you haven't already, you're really bad with sciatica. Wow. Again, thank you for that confirmation. And I'm so sorry to hear that. I'll send you lots of love and healing. But again, that's just more evidence from him that it is him that I'm talking to and that he's around you, okay, my darling? But he wants you to keep up with the doctors and go to appointments. So if you haven't already, please make sure you do that, okay? Speak to them about that, about the numbness in your leg and about the grief, all right, my darling? Anything else, my sweetheart? Can you take the name Daniel, Suzanne? He's just given me the name Daniel. I'm not saying this is his name. If it's not his name, it'll be someone that connects with you, but he's told me to mention Daniel. Again, let me know if that makes sense. And he's still making me rub my leg. Just waiting for confirmation on the Daniel. I know there's a bit of a delay on Facebook. Not sure, we'll have to think of that. Okay, well, I don't like doing carrier bag mediumship, as they call it. But he told me to mention the name Daniel. So it could be a Dan, it could be a Danny, or Daniel. But yeah, it's just to let you know that he's around you, my darling, okay? And that he's with you, he's watching over you, and he wouldn't have been a big emotional splurger, shall we say, in life. And he's kind of smiling about that. He wasn't one for letting his feelings known while he was here on the earth plane, but he is saying that he loves you and he will see you in your dreams. So I do know that he comes. If he hasn't already been in your dreams, look out for him coming in your dreams, okay, my darling? And he's saying you can talk to him there. So I will leave. Yeah, I get that, because he smirked as he said it. He almost went a bit of a bright red. A couple of beers and I might have said it. A couple of beers and I might have said it. All right. I will leave your husband's love with you, my sweetheart. I thank him for coming through. He's given me a cheeky smile as well. Just know that he's around you. Keep up with them doctor's appointments, all right, my darling? And I will leave his love and the love of spirit and my love with you. And I will also make sure you get some healing with that leg as well and your sciatica. He was very open when he had a drink. Yeah, he just said it. I might have said it after a couple of beers. Bless his heart. All right, I will leave his love with you, my darling, and I'll send him back up now. And thank you for working with me. All right, that's nearly 2 hours I've done, my people. Thank you for working with me. All the love and light and healing sent to all those who need it tonight, especially for those that have no one to ask for them. It's my daughter's first parade tomorrow, so we're going to be preparing for that. Whatever you're doing tomorrow, if you're doing anything for remembrance, stay safe. And I will see you in a couple of weeks when I'm back on again. No, I won't. I will see you on Wednesday when I'm back on again. Wednesday morning, 10 a.m. I'll be back. We've got somebody on later tonight, I think at 9 o'clock. And tomorrow we have Gemma Butler on at 5:30. So please join us for that. And I think we have somebody new on at 7 p.m. tomorrow night as well. So busy, busy, busy. You're very welcome. I'm sorry I couldn't get round everybody, but when Spirit call me to time, they call me to time, and I have got a bit of a headache and my throat's getting sore now. So yeah, I've got to know when I've reached my limit. All right, but I will be back on Wednesday, and there is somebody on later on. I'm sure there is at 9 o'clock. And there's, like I said, there's Gemma and a new host tomorrow at 7. All right, so bless you all. Lots of love, lots of light, healing to all those who need it tonight. God bless, stay safe, and I look forward to seeing you soon.